Anyway, most of you know who I am. I've been in education all my life, 40 years, as I started as a teacher, and as a principal, as a superintendent, as a school board member. What am I missing? Anyway, my life has been rotated around being a superintendent. Oh, I'm also on the DSU foundation board, and so 7 years ago when the president there started talking about this wonderful cyber school, that she had a vision. We always thought she was a little crazy, but she made it happen, and now with SDSU and USD working together. One of the things that in education that I do, I work for SDSU, and I do student-teacher observations. During the 40 years that I was in education, I took on leadership roles. As a superintendent, as an elementary principal, I became the president of both those organizations, and during that time, I spent time in Pierre. And when I was in Pierre, I sat in the gallery, I looked down, I watched our now governor work as a House member, and I always thought, just like this gentleman over here, this is something that maybe someday I would like to do. Well, now that I'm retired, it gives me that opportunity. Also, during the time that I was a superintendent here for 8 years, this community really gave a lot to me personally, professionally, and to my wife, and we just really love living here. We're making it our forever home. Anyway, they gave us so much, and now I think it's time for me to give back a little bit. But on top of that, my poem card talks about common sense leadership for District 7. And I should probably put the most conservative common sense leadership for District 7 on it. So I'm part of that conservatism. But the palm card actually, to me, says it all. If I get to Pierre, what I'd like to work on, and those are all local issues. We're talking about education. I want to support education. I want it to be the first thing that we talk about at Pierre, not the last thing. I don't want to have to cover that clock up at the end of the session and make sure we get education funded. And I must say the governor has done an outstanding job during her tenure in office of getting education up in the forefront. But even more importantly than that, we have economic development there, and we have workforce development. We have to educate our kids, keep our kids here, and make sure they have jobs. And I want to walk the walk, and not just talk the talk. I've been in contact with President Dunn. I've got a meeting set up with him. I have a meeting set up with the director of Southeast area in Watertown. I've got some meetings set up with the industrial people in town here, and I hope to set more of those up. I want to be that liaison, and I know I'm a little naive here, but I would like to find out what we can do as legislators to help our folks here in town. I was at a meeting with Dusty Johnson, and two of our most prominent industrial people stood up and said, we don't have workforce. We need to have workforce. What can you do? And Dusty answered that very eloquently, but at a lower level, I certainly hope to be able to help as well. I'll end with, I hope I have your vote. Please support me. I will do whatever I can to have a local agenda and represent K-12, the university, the industrial, the realtors, the farmers, whoever I can for District 7. And again, I hope I got your support. Thank you.